Well, good morning, everyone. It is 11 a.m. In East Texas, and we have had some storms overnight. I was having to pick up some limbs, my foot, trees that had fallen down back in the back. So sorry I'm getting here a little late. Let me turn this off. All right, that way we can all focus here. We're going to start out with doing the report here, a little morning report. People have gotten to be very accustomed to, or those like this wild weather report that I do, and it is real weather. You're not going to see a lot of this on mainstream because for some reason they just do not report the real news. So let's get a little dose of this, and then just shortly, and then we'll move right along.
Be able to prove it. Not so coincidentally, we're heading to the May climate report, just released. I've got the links for you below, but we'll run through some of the basics here. Just looking at May 2014, we see a mix of warm and cold, with the precipitation anomalies offering a bit more interesting of a map for the last month. Looking at the last 6 months really reveals the cold wave that took over and should be about to give way to El Nino heat. Your 6-month precipitation anomalies here. Lastly, we have the last 365 days, a full year. Climate extremes, both hot and cold, but also flood and drought. The shifts will hasten and intensify. So our Quake Watch is taking its sweet old time. I've perhaps been spoiled by these fast ramps this year, but this one is slow as can be. Just a moderate uptick overnight in this region. Greece above average, and also one in Pakistan. Neither one should cause damage, but the latter is interesting because it's on a line with a new track of the Arabian Sea storm. Good news for Oman and the Uyen seismic points, not so good for Karachi, Pakistan. Hurricane Christina hit Category 4 overnight, but this morning it's weakening down to Category 2 and still set to stay off the coastline. Let's look at tonight's U.S. storm zone. The low and high pressure cells are well north, but we're eyeing the strong point in the convergence where air masses collide from different points of temperature, moisture, pressure, and electric potential. They're going to fire there tonight. Coming down under where the lows spin clockwise and draw convergences to the north along the leading east edge. We should have a heavy precipitation day along that arch. Solar wind is calm, still awaiting CME impact for now. Solar flaring hasn't matched the X flares from a few days ago, but that long duration flare we mentioned indeed was enough to ramp the polar radiation slightly, not even to storm level 1 however. The departing sunspots are enormous, delta and firing, but heading out of sight, so we'll come center disk, where that new group is staying small, maintains beta delta class. Sun Series Watchers Trivia. Why is she not Gamma? The incoming spots that produce the X flares are smaller than the departing spots on the south, but their central delta is a monster. May even have some backup to his north. Either way, we could see flaring from 3 separate points on our star today. Something to watch. Also of note, the coronal hole down south, negative facing Earth, dropped a bit of force overnight. We'll watch for a re-ramp. Folks, tomorrow is the start of the Mobile Observatory Project. We're in Dayton, Ohio at the Boonshoff Museum of Discovery first thing in the morning. You can find all the info at observatoryproject.com. Shots of our star to close, eyes open. No fear, it's 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's the news. Be safe.
Well, that's the weather report. The reason I do these is that when he said that solar flare and he said we're awaiting EMP impact, you'll find that if you follow this closely and you have cell phone problems, you have internet problems, you're going to be the one on top of your game, and you're going to know it's due to that EMP. It's going to disrupt your cell phone and what have you in certain areas, and he'll keep you up to speed on that, so you'll be eyes open and alert. People will be having problems. You can say, "Didn't you know we had a solar flare from a gamma 3 just off the coronal hole of the sun last night?" They won't really know. Let's get over here to Spacebook. Spacebook is happening, and Deborah's going out of town for the weekend, she said. And look, Robin posted me something. Blessings for an awesome day. Let's like that from her. Oh, Robin. Okay, won't go into that. Now, looky here, something interesting I want you to see. Look at the date on this, June the 6th. Pack Alert Press has been under extreme pressure from the powers that be in their the reporting of the news. They close and shut and stop this site quite often because it is coming out with the actual news. and they don't like that. So they cause problems for the independent press out there trying to exercise their right to First Amendment. But we can go right over to others. We have other outlets that give us the news, and here is over at the Blacklist News. You can all these things that I'm showing you, including the suspicious observers. Bookmark those so you can have those for your own inventory to look over in case I miss one on one of these morning reports. Here's something that's interesting. NORAD scramble fighters after Russian bombers seen off California coast. Thousands of Iraqi soldiers, men and women, are captured by the ISS. Now, let me tell you something. This right here, take heed. Take heed. This new little spin off group of the Al Qaeda, which was created by the CIA anyway through bin Laden and what have you. This is a new group that's just like MSX or whatever out of Mexico that was created. These are militant, degenerate, mentally disordered individuals that will kill you on sight. They'll kill groups of people. There's videos of them putting them, execution style with their hands behind their back. Unfortunate, and I've watched several. They're off the main scope here, but it is brutal. And the reason that this is happening is to defer attention. You have to look that Iraq wants to break away. Iraq wants to make their currency solid, backed by gold. The banking fiat system, which is what we're under, the Federal Reserve and global banking system, they want to hold on to Iraq to keep it fiat and under their control. Iraq's trying to break away. What do? They create this militant outfit coming there killing men, women, and children, machine gunning them right in front of people in Iraq. That gives them fear, keeps them from voting the right way to break for freedom. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Principle over pocketbook. You have to stand up for something at some point. This is not over pocketbook. This is over life. So our thoughts, prayers, and focused energy goes to the Iraqi people to stand tall. It's a tough duty that they're faced with. Many of us are following their currencies, and more than anything, I'm following the Iraqi people, and I wish them well through this chaos. So again, in recap, we'll have all of these things like the news report consolidated into a real quick little 10 or 15 minute morning report, and then we're going to have an evening report as far as what we're going to offer in the financial intel team. That will all be compressed into one area. You're just getting an idea of what we're going to be offering as far as value goes, and then we'll be moving from there. We're looking to get everything kicked off and launched. This coming week, we're right on track with what we originally said. I know everybody is worried about, you're going to launch, and then you delay. We've been talking 10 days. I've never, ever deviated from that. Proud of the fact that Ryan is doing all this for us. We have our own personalized, the ultimate high-level programmer, and he is in our team and in our family. We're very honored, and it's a precious commodity to have him. Treat him with kid gloves. He is the creator, takes my thoughts and reduces it to code, and that's what he does. So we honor Ryan quite a bit, Ryan Churchill, for doing that. Speaking of Ryan's, Ryan Conley and Hayden, the creator of Stage, we have been talking what a synergistic, meaning what a deal that works together real well, is that we have a bedrock that people will never ever have to worry about losing their friends or it going away. It will not go away, period. This is all about you and you making friends and your financial security for life and those around you and learning what's going on out there in the world. It will not go away. They have a very powerful tool that can attract people to what we're doing. Also, as I look at it, while you're in there doing that, it is a revenue stream as well. That's not our primary purpose for using Staged. They have a very, very balanced fair exchange of value. Wish there's a way we could run them in tandem, but the financial intel team stands solo and will always be solo and will never be merged with anything else, because therein lies our strength, is we're outside of the scope of everything. But Staged is running right shotgun with us, and so we're proud to have them running with us. I got set up on Stage yesterday and have not had time to really get in there, but when y'all hop on board, we'll show you how you can do that. It is a blast. You can literally sit in Facebook and just shop for friends. Someone posts something esoteric, or you see something like this. Hey, let's be friends. How would you like to get rich making friends and watching stuff like this for a living? Doesn't take many people long to make that decision. Coming up on 10 minutes, I'm going to hurry. This is where I like to stay, and let's stay there. And I'm going to close out with this for a few moments, and I'll see y'all on the Randy's rant and ramblings at the end of the day. God bless you. Go out there and make a whole bunch of friends. Get them lined up. We're going to be ready to rock and roll come this coming week. Here we go. Let's take us a little morning break. How absolutely beautiful. You know, I was talking about mirrors. Remember, mirrors and things guide you when you see things that you talk about, and later you see it, that it reinforces that you're on the right path. I haven't seen this particular video before, and see how it rolled and transitioned into other pictures, like this one here will transition. When it transitions like that, in the future, remember I was saying that we could be sitting here listening to our music in the background, calming ourselves and letting everything go. And as this transitions, it could be a picture of another one of our group, someone in our family, as they always call it, someone in our pod, someone in our clan. We would see them smiling, having a wonderful time somewhere out here on a sailboat or riding down the road on a motorcycle or waving at us, with that smiling face. Therein lies our power. I want to say this too before I forget today, and I'm coming up on 13 minutes, is that I want to thank everybody for the outpouring of support last night. I want y'all to know that I thrive. My essence is going to be predicated on the energy of you people, and as things come in, and like the Laura yesterday with what she said at the end of that call, that is what gives me. I mean, I will go another mile. If I'm crawling on the ground, scratching with one finger, when I hear something like that from one of you people. It's my time to give back, and I'm doing everything I possibly can to do that. And we can all prosper beyond our wildest expectations, sitting here doing exactly what we choose to do. That's true freedom, people. We're right on the preface of doing something that no one has ever been able to do before, and that's true freedom with a revenue stream. Y'all go out there and make yourself proud today. Smile at a stranger. Can you see now how all this is pulling together? Simply smiling at a stranger, extending that one person right there. Both of y'all could benefit each other if you both knew the secret, which is what we have. So treat your people you smile at as someone who one day may be in your group, and that is a wonderful thing to think about. This is Randy for the morning report. Go out there and I will have another evening report. And again, we're going to be getting this kicked off probably around midweek of next week. We're going to have a training call on Saturday. I'll have the affiliate program laid out so you can see how that all works on a chalkboard, and it's very simple. We'll go over that together, live call, and so or I'll video it on here and show it while we're talking, and maybe we'll have some sort of interaction on the telephone while we're doing that. That'd be fun. Okay, God bless y'all. Go out there, have a great day. It is by choice. Smile at a stranger. Talk to you later. Jedi 1. Randy, we down.